Hey guys, welcome to a barely passing product. Yeah, I know it's been forever since the video. Royal Rumble month was a huge success. I mean, just overwhelmingly did so good and so well with the people who saw the first video, and my filming of the second one went awesome. Of course, that's a joke because I didn't get to make my review of the second ever Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, my work had other plans for me and decided that I should start making my schedule 4 to 2 for a little while. So, for the time of the 14th, and it was supposed to be through the 24th, I was supposed to work 4 to 2, which completely exhausted me, wore me out, and took away any chance of me reviewing the second Rumble. I thought that maybe I could get it in this past weekend, Friday night or Saturday night, but I was still too worn out, and I needed to get out and do some stuff, and I needed to be away from out of the house, so it just never came and happened. But I did watch the Rumble last night. Needless to say, I was not impressed. It's... out of the years that me and my friends have watched the Rumble, it is quite possibly the worst one I think I've ever seen. The night started off with Alberto Del Rio defending his World Heavyweight title against The Big Show, which, of the whole night, was the best match of the night. It had some great spots. They really did a good job doing it. I loved the ending. I loved the finish with Ricardo taping Big Show's feet. It was really good. It was funny. I cracked up. I couldn't believe it. And it was awesome. And Big Show laid there in a humiliating defeat, which was really funny. Still weird to see Del Rio be a good guy, though. I haven't watched it in a while, so that was kind of a switch. But yeah, they started the night with the best match of the night, because the next match was the tag team match. Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan defending against Rhodes Scholars, Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow. This also was a really good match. Not as good as the World Heavyweight, but it was still a really good match. They did very well. I enjoyed everything. Nothing too terribly exciting, though, in the match. And Rhodes wound up winning. Rhodes, that's incorrect. Team Hell No wound up winning and retaining. Fucking moron. And, so, that happened. And next was the Royal Rumble. Now, for anyone who's ever been a fan of the Royal Rumble, the Rumble should be the last match of the night. I don't care who you have on the card, whether it be The Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. I don't care. The Rumble is the last match of the night. It's the one that people bought the pay-per-view for. We didn't buy it to see The Rock and CM Punk. Not really. We saw it for the Rumble. But we still had the Rumble match. It was fairly decent, but nothing too overwhelmingly surprising or jump-worthy. I felt that the Godfather appearance was an absolute waste of a spot. There are a lot of wasted spots, but the Godfather one really fucking sucked. And then it was just poor. The Kofi Kingston save, they've tried every year since the John Morrison thing to try and make that, oh my god, he somehow saved himself, and this year He leapt on to Albert, well, Tensai, got turned around, sat on the announcer's podium, and then I was thinking maybe he was going to leap to the stairs, but he didn't do it. And then he was like, "Give me your chair," and I was like, alright, so maybe he's going to, set the chair down and like kind of maybe surf to the ring or something. No, he wound up hopping to the ring. It was weak. It wasn't exciting. Not like the handstand from last year. And it was also pointless because the second he reached the apron, he got knocked off. Not immediately, but he did get knocked off. He didn't even get back in the ring. So the save wasn't good. The match wasn't all that great. Decent, but nothing too terribly like, wow, mind-blowing. And then the Cena win. Oh, why? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because next was the main event, putting CM Punk defending his WWE Championship against the returning Rock, who's now returned like 4 times. On his first return, I was excited. It had been years, and it was awesome, and I thought for sure he was coming back to be on the show. And then he left. For as much as I don't like John Cena, he actually started making really valid points that you people cheered for him, and he still left you. And he really did. And now he's automatically, somehow, some way, given all the people who have busted their ass over the course of the year, he's the #1 contender. Immediately. Look, I can't tell you how much it was... It wasn't a surprise how much of a letdown it was for the fact that John Cena won the Rumble. Because John Cena winning the Rumble had only one logical course for the WWE title. The Rock had to win it. If they had done the Rumble after The Rock winning, it still could have been an interesting match if they had given the right ending. Say, Orton, Cena, Ryback. I don't know who the 4th one could have been. Whatever. Orton would have been a better choice. He hasn't had the belt for a while. They could have turned him heel again. No problem. But they gave it to Cena, which told us it had to be The Rock winning. Plus, he wouldn't come back for nothing. So The Rock won the WWE title. Now, at first he lost it because of a blackout and the Shield coming. Vince McMahon tried to strip CM Punk. The Rock refused. Had the match restarted. And he won with not 1 rock bottom, not 2 rock bottoms. No rock bottoms. Yeah, that's right. He didn't even hit a rock bottom when the match was restarted. Instead, he hit a people's elbow. His secondary move. And after everything that CM Punk has been through, after everything that he has fought and clawed to keep that belt, sure, he had to cheat a couple times, but still he made it interesting and watchable. He lost to a people's elbow. I can't tell you how disappointed I was at the finish. I can't tell you how disappointed I am that all this was a way to build up for Rock Cena 2. The match that they said was the once-in-a-lifetime event. The one that they made a special DVD about. The one that they wouldn't shut the fuck up over. And now they're fighting again. This isn't Shawn Michaels' Undertaker, people. This isn't something that I'm going to be looking at going, he's putting everything on the line, man. We all know what's going to happen. This was nothing more than a ruse to give John Cena the title again. The Rock will not keep that belt at WrestleMania. CM Punk had to lose it to The Rock in order for Cena to get it. I mean, what does that tell you? What does that say about WWE creative? What does that say about their caring and understanding of what the fans want? Cena doesn't need that belt. Cena doesn't need to be anywhere in the title hunt. I know he hasn't had it for a while, but damn it, he didn't beat Punk numerous times. Punk beat Cena for the belt, for crying out loud, and now they figured, well, the only way we can take it from him and give it to Cena is if he loses it to someone else. But it had to be The Rock just to make WrestleMania 28? Right? Right? Right. I mean, I don't get it. I think it's a huge slap in the face. WWE really needs to reconsider their strategy and their advertising for stuff and really look back into their roots. You see this? You see what this right here? WWE Attitude Era. Let me tell you something. This DVD is not all that great. It's got a lot of great clips from some amazing points throughout the history. The story, though, leaves something to be desired. But the stuff that is on here versus the... I would watch this every fucking Monday night as opposed to watching any Monday Night Raw. And this isn't even all that great, guys. I'm not kidding. They hit a lot of good points, but they really leave a lot to be desired. And you look at the roster of people: Taker, Kane, Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Mankind. I mean, that's how many fucking people in a row I just named that all at one point in time, like, had huge feuds. 1-on-1, 1-on-3, 4-on-4, you know, 4-on-4, whatever. For these fucking belts, for the belt, the WWF title. And nowadays, we can't have anyone other than Cena? You remember when it was exciting to watch Rock Stone Cold for the third time? But knowing that Stone Cold got screwed, man. He was so screwed. And then he finally overcame the odds. Or vice versa. Or any number of feuds from the olden days. Remember how they built them? How they hyped them? How they worked? How you fucking cared and were invested? Guys, WWE, even though I haven't watched it in a long time, hasn't improved at all. Nothing has changed since I've stopped watching it. They really need to reconsider some of the stuff that they're pulling now. Because they're losing it. They're losing it bad. They're making titles worthless. The Intercontinental and US title are pointless. There's no use for those belts anymore. Wade Barrett might as well just resign it because who cares? And Antonio Cesaro, really? I mean, he's an okay wrestler, but damn. I don't know. The 2013 Royal Rumble, when ranked for myself from a 0 to a 10, it's a 3. The 2013 Rumble was worthless. The outcome of the outcome of the Rumble told you the outcome of the main event. And the outcome of the main event and the Rumble told you what WrestleMania is going to be. And the fact that they're doing it again, I mean, I don't understand what the point of these things, ever since, again, Taker, Michaels, ever since that, it's like they've had to make this thing where you make a match one year, you gotta make it again next year. Why? Taker, Michaels. 2 years in a row, the second year got magnificently increased than the first one. There was more on the line. You just wanted that first year to work, and he failed. But then they built up that hype machine, and you got into that match, that mentality that they did, and it made that match even better. Career versus streak, gorgeous. Triple H, Taker. It was okay. And then what did they do? Triple H, Taker. Why? And then The Rock, Cena. And now The Rock, Cena. They need to really stop this. They need to nip this in the bud immediately. This had better be the last year they do this. We don't need a repeat WrestleMania performance again next year for whatever WrestleMania 29 is. No. Not anymore. The 2013 Royal Rumble was not a good show. It was underwhelming. About the only good thing I had to say, two good things. One, Del Rio Big Show actually put on a pretty decent showing. I liked that match. It was the best match of the night. It had me entertained and invested. I didn't care about CM Punk and Rock because we knew who was going to win. They completely ruined this pay-per-view. And the only other good thing about it, there was no Divas match, so fuck yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always better late than never, and I appreciate you for watching. Have a good night.